Have you ever wondered how your favorite beer is made? It's a journey that begins with humble grains and ends with a frothy delight in your glass. The art and science of brewing is a meticulous process, one that transforms simple ingredients into a symphony of complex flavors. From the crisp golden lagers to the rich dark stouts, the magic of brewing breathes life into these diverse beverages. So, strap in, fellow travelers. Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of beer brewing. Every beer begins as humble grains. This is where the journey of brewing starts, in fields of barley, wheat, corn, or rice. These grains are the unsung heroes, the backbone of any beer, lending their essence to determine its ultimate flavor and color. The chosen grains are first harvested and then malted, a process that involves soaking the grains in water, allowing them to germinate, before halting the sprouting by applying heat. This malting process develops the enzymes needed to convert the grain starches into fermentable sugars, the sweet nectar that yeast will later feast on to produce alcohol. Different grains and variations in malting create a spectrum of flavors and colors, from the light, crisp notes of pilsners to the rich, dark tones of stouts. It's an intricate dance of nature and science, a testament to the art of brewing. The grains are now ready to be transformed. The stage is set for the next act in this fascinating play, the magic of mashing. Mashing is where the magic begins. In this stage, our humble grains embark on a transformative journey, one that is steeped in both hot water and centuries-old brewing traditions. Picture this: a large kettle filled with grains and a brewer, poised and ready, about to introduce the life-giving elixir, hot water. But why hot water, you ask? Well, it's simple. The heat from the water awakens the enzymes within the grains, and these enzymes, in turn, go to work on the starches present. Like diligent little workers, they break down the complex starches into simpler sugars. This is a crucial step, as these sugars will later provide the food for our yeast during fermentation, and ultimately contribute to the alcohol content of the beer. Now let's talk about temperature. The temperature at which the grains are mashed can have a significant impact on the final beer. A lower temperature mash will yield a beer that is light-bodied and dry, while a higher temperature mash will result in a beer that is full-bodied and sweet. It's all about balance and finding the right temperature for the style of beer you're brewing. And what about time? Well, time is of the essence in mashing. Most mashes take between 1 to 2 hours, but this can vary depending on the brewer's recipe and the type of grains used. During this time, the grains are continually stirred to ensure even heat distribution and to prevent the grains from clumping together. Mashing is a delicate dance of science and art, a balance of temperature and time. It's a testament to the brewer's skill and understanding of the process. It's a stage where patience is key and where brewing truly becomes a labor of love. But the magic doesn't stop there. With the sugars now released and the grains having given their all, the mashing process comes to an end. But fear not, for as we bid farewell to mashing, we welcome the next phase of the brewing journey. With mashing complete, we move on to the next phase. The sweet liquid from mashing, known as wort, is now ready for lautering and boiling. Lautering, an essential step in our brewing journey, is where the wort is separated from the grain husks. Picture this: a large strainer-like vessel, a lauter tun, is filled with the mashed mixture of grains and water. The grain bed, acting as a natural filter, allows the sweet wort to trickle down while the grain husks remain at the top. This is a delicate process, requiring patience and precision. Too fast and the wort may carry grain particles with it. Too slow and the wort extraction may be incomplete. Once the clear wort is collected, it is time for a round of rinsing or sparging. This process ensures that every last bit of sugar is washed from the grains, maximizing the yield and efficiency of the brew. With lautering complete, we move on to boiling, a stage that not only sterilizes the wort, but also sets the stage for some flavor magic. The wort is brought to a vigorous boil, and this is when our friend, the hop, makes its grand entrance. Hops, those little green flowers, are the soul of beer's bitterness and aroma. Different varieties of hops offer unique flavor profiles, from the piney and citrusy to the floral and spicy, and the point at which they're added during the boil dictates their contribution to the beer. Early additions mean more bitterness, while late additions infuse the wort with delightful aromas. This boiling stage is also where the wort undergoes a transformation. The heat encourages proteins and tannins to clump together and drop out of the solution, ensuring a clear and clean-tasting beer. This boiling stage lasts for about an hour, a period of anticipation and careful attention. As the boil concludes, the hopped wort is rapidly cooled, ready for the next step in our brewing odyssey. Now that boiling is complete, the wort is ready for fermentation. Fermentation is where the wort truly starts to become beer. This is the moment when the sweet, malty liquid, which we've diligently prepared, meets yeast, a microscopic organism that's about to perform some serious magic. Yeast is a brewing workhorse, feasting on the sugars in the wort, and as it does, it produces alcohol, carbon dioxide, and heat. Now, you might be wondering, why yeast? Well, without yeast, we'd be left with a sweet, malty tea. It's yeast that truly breathes life into beer, turning our wort into a spirited, bubbly beverage. Yeast not only produces alcohol and carbonation, but also contributes to the beer's flavor and aroma, creating the nuanced notes that make each brew unique. This fermentation process typically takes anywhere from a few days to a week, depending on the type of beer being brewed. But the yeast's job isn't done just yet. Even after the visible signs of fermentation have ceased, yeast continues to work behind the scenes, cleaning up any byproducts that might interfere with the beer's taste. This segues us into the next phase, conditioning. Conditioning, or lagering as it's known in the world of lagers, is essentially the beer's beauty sleep. During this time, the beer rests, allowing the flavors to meld and mature, while any remaining yeast and sediments settle out. This is when the beer develops its final flavor profile, becoming smoother, more balanced, and more complex. The conditioning process can take anywhere from a week to several months, depending on the beer style. But as any good brewer will tell you, patience is a key ingredient in the art of brewing. It's during this quiet period of rest and maturation that the beer transforms from a good brew into a great one. With conditioning complete, the beer is nearly ready to be enjoyed. But before we can raise our glasses, there's one final step to consider: packaging. And that, my friends, is a story for our next scene. Finally, the beer is ready for packaging. It's a moment of satisfaction, a culmination of passion, patience, and precision. This is where our beer prepares for its journey, from the brewery to the comfort of your home or your favorite pub. Let's talk bottling first. Our beer is transferred into bottles with great care, ensuring no oxygen sneaks in. Oxygen, you see, is a beer's greatest enemy. It can turn a beautiful brew stale, stripping away its intricate flavors. So it's crucial to thwart this invisible foe with airtight seals. But what about kegs? Kegging is another popular method, particularly for pubs and restaurants. Here, the beer is stored in large barrels, or kegs, maintaining its freshness while serving multiple pints. The same principle applies: no oxygen allowed. Whether in bottles or kegs, our beer is now ready to be shipped and shared. Each package is a testament to the craftsmanship we've witnessed, a vessel carrying the fruits of meticulous labor. But let's not forget the final, crucial step: enjoyment. The moment when the beer meets the lips, when the aroma, flavor, and texture are experienced in a joyful symphony. This is the moment brewers live for, the moment where their craft transforms into pleasure, creating memories, friendships, and stories. And there you have it, from grain to glass. That's how your favorite beer is made. So, we've journeyed from grain to glass and discovered the art and science of beer brewing. We embarked on an intimate tour of the brewing process, witnessing how humble grains undergo a meticulous transformation to become the frothy beverage we all adore. We delved into the magic of mashing, where grains release their sweet secrets. We then explored the steps of lautering and boiling, which refine the brew and introduce the essential bitterness from hops. Our journey continued through fermentation and conditioning, where beer truly comes to life, developing its unique character and flavors. Finally, we saw the final step of packaging, a testament to the dedication and craftsmanship behind every pint. The process is a remarkable blend of tradition and innovation, a testament to the enduring allure of beer. Next time you enjoy a pint, take a moment to appreciate the journey it's been through. Cheers to the art of brewing.